I hope you all are doing really great today. And, I was thinking about the last couple of Facebook Lives that we've done. And Friday we did the Embrace Change, and then Monday we did the Power of Yes. And I didn't really feel like it was totally complete and what I wanted to share about really those two topics. And so I thought about how to embrace the right yeses. Hey, Sam, how are you doing? It's been a while since we've connected. So it's great seeing you. It's great to, yes, it's finally good to catch up. So the power of yes, and really the key word there is the right yeses. And the power of yes, it has sometimes caused a little confusion. Well, if I'm saying yes, am I saying too many yeses? How do I get it all in? I have not enough time in the day, and then I'm just chasing everybody else's dreams and wishes. And so here's the reality. The word yes, or the concept of yes, is extremely powerful. When we say no to something, literally we are saying no to just one thing. But when we say yes to something, yes, we're saying yes to one thing, but we're saying no to everything else. And so it really is, one of those areas where we have to be very deliberate and very conscious about how to really embrace the right yeses. So the question that I asked everyone, hey, Blue Eagle, how are you? The question that I asked everyone to ask on the Power of Yes on Monday was, does this opportunity take me towards or away from, hey, Rose, does this opportunity take me towards or away from my ultimate vision? And so it's really needed to be able to clarify what it is that I want in my life and what do I want, and be very clear for what it is that I'm wanting to achieve. And I wanted to give you an example of the power of yes. I've given some similar, hey, Elizabeth, I wanted to, and by the way, thank you guys so much for sharing and the loves and the thumbs up and all of that. The community that we have created here and is expanding has really been phenomenal. And the power of yes for me is in saying yes to doing these Facebook Lives, because as I've said before, Ingrid Pika, one of my platinum coaching clients, was the one that really encouraged and coaxed me into doing these. And these Facebook Lives is really not about me, but about our community. And I'm wanting to help, and, hey, Lauren, how are you? I'm wanting to help you connect with this community as well. But I wanted to give you an example of the power of yes in my life. And it's been over a past few years that this line has gone. Now, there's been other subsidiary and kind of offshoots of benefits of the power of yes. Hey, Faith, how are you doing? Faith Young has joined us. But a number of years ago, I invested in a $2,000 seminar. It was a boot camp. I had to travel to it, and it was really unique because I knew that I wanted to get out of my sphere, but I also had some fear around it. We're going to be dealing with that in just a moment. But out of that event, I started going back, and I went back for the next 2 to 3 years to this same event. Now, the investment to go changed. It was really a morphing of what they were doing in their program. But eventually, I decided to join the coaching program that they were offering, and I said yes again. Now, out of that coaching program, I had started to build some of the connection. Hey, John, boy, we've got some old friends and new friends and friends that I haven't seen for a while coming on. It's great to see you, John. But out of that, I was introduced to a PR agent. That PR agent led me to, hey, Joe, led me to the opportunity to have the 3 syndicated shows on PBS that went to 157 major markets around the U.S. and Canada. And because of that, there was another opportunity that was side of that, is that I was asked to co-host a program, a boot camp, if you will, at Miraval, and that's Oprah's resort in Tucson, outside of Tucson. And at that event where I also spoke, there was a publisher. That publisher asked to borrow my celebrity, and I was looking around the room who she was really talking to. Hey, Bobby. Oh, Bobby and Brittany. I don't know which one of you are here. John. Hey, it's great to see all you guys. But at the end of it, she asked if she could borrow my celebrity and put me into a book. That book went international, #1. And so there was another connection with that. And then out of that, I was also asked to speak at a function in Dallas. In Dallas, at that event, someone that I had known back at the old boot camp that I had went to in Los Angeles and had joined the coaching program, one of those individuals came to that event. Her name is Tanya Waring. And many of you know that at that point, she engaged with me as her business coach. And then it has led to the 100K coaching certification program that she and I do together. And there was another international best-selling #1 book that was in the middle of that as well. And so this is just a line. And again, I'm not saying these things because it's about me. I just wanted to show you an example of the power of yes. But along the way, I said a number of no's, because those no's were going to take me away from that ultimate vision that I talked about up front. I was asked to do my own radio, international or syndicated radio show. And I knew that I didn't want to be in that role consistently every single week and be tied to a location. So it didn't fit the model, the vision that I had. There was other things that I was saying no to. There were some speaking engagements that I said no to. So the thing is that when we're clear on our vision, we know what the right yeses are. So why don't we say yes more? And it really comes down for me is it's a matter of fear. We're afraid of what could be an exposure, and that's really one of those things that we say we want to be seen, but at the same time, when we're seen, that means that other people may be seeing us and we can't see them. It's very much like the Facebook Lives. I can see some of you on here, but there's a lot of you that I can't see, so I don't know if you're liking me or not liking me or agreeing with me. So it's just a matter of being brave enough and honoring that vision that you're willing to showcase. So the fear can get in the way, but also, have we ever heard anybody say, well, I'm really afraid because I don't want to spend the money, or I don't have the money. I don't know if I'm going to get the return on the investment. Money can be that, hey, Tanya, I was just talking about you, Tanya. Leslie, thank you for coming by. But allowing that money decision to get in the way of our progress, and usually it's an excuse. Time is another one. Do I have time to, really do this? Do I have time to get on an airplane and go to Dallas, to go to Los Angeles, to go to Las Vegas, to go to Columbus, to go to wherever it may be? And so, the time element is something that we all have a finite amount of, but if we invest it in the way, again, the right yes, then we're going to get the predictable results that we want in our businesses and also in our lives. And then here's one that is a biggie. Do we deserve it? When we, open ourselves up, we're going to start receiving. And many of us, and this is where, and I really enjoy working with Tanya Waring, because Tanya really teaches about the manifesting mindset. And it's about opening up that ability to receive what we have planted, to do the harvest. And so much of the time we go and we do the planting, we do all of the networking, we do all the things we do in our business, and then at that point, we go away, we go do something else, because really at a base level, we don't feel like we deserve the reward. And so some of the action steps that I'd like to leave you with today, right now, is to get clear on your vision. What is it that you want? What is it that you want as a result for your business, for your life, for your family, for yourself? Get very clear on that, and then ask that opportunity question. Does this opportunity lead me towards or away from that ultimate vision? when you do that, you're going to feel very balanced because you know it can be fear producing, but that fear is a good fear. It just means that I'm going to be more attentive. It's going to be something that I know that there's going to be things around me that I don't know. It's an unknowing that first time always is situation. And then the third thing is look at your calendar, please. If you don't have a calendar that you're looking at or using in your business and in your life, I have one calendar for my business and personal. I blend the two together. And in that, I know what will fit. Again, we have a finite amount of hours and minutes in a day. So how do we get the right things in those? And the only way that I know how to do it is by using some sort of physical calendar, whether it be on your iPhone, on your computer, and I say iPhone because that's what I have, but on your smartphone, or if it's a paper. And I use both the iPhone, I use the Outlook on there, and I use a Franklin planner for the paper. And I combine the two because that's something that really has worked for me well. And then the fourth thing, and this is the thing that can really derail it a little bit, is become visible. Really go out and allow people to see that there's an opportunity to connect with you on many different levels. Because just in the last 5 days, I've had some things come that, and I've been sharing them on the Facebook Lives. In the last 5 days, Friday evening, I got the opportunity, the invitation to guest co-host on a syndicated radio show here in Denver. And I said yes. I had to do some adjustments, but I was able to say yes and fulfill the responsibilities that I had to everyone else on my calendar. I also had the magazine. I think maybe you saw it on my Facebook wall. The Facebook or the magazine came out that Ted Prodromou. If you don't know Ted, reach out to Ted because he is a phenomenal resource with LinkedIn. He's one of the major individuals, the influencers, if you will, out there in the LinkedIn world. And so that magazine came out. I was asked to speak for a very short period of time at a book launch that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So there's always these opportunities that are coming up to us. And so which ones are the right yeses for us? And I'd like to leave and stop today with a couple of things. One is, I have the boot camp coming up, the Breakthrough Business Mastery Boot Camp. I put the little URL, the website address to get more information about that in the Facebook Live here. But it's coming up in January, and something really special has been happening. We already had to double the size of the room that we've contracted with the hotel. We are having people coming from all over the United States and Puerto Rico, and I believe if we can get Jersey to come up, we are hoping that we're going to have Mexico represented, Kansas, and Canada. So, there's some really neat things happening, but really what happens at the boot camp is there's a transformation for you. Hey, Ray, how are you doing? So the thing is, go check it out, and, I think you'll like what you see there. But anyway, the last thing I'd like to leave you with today is something that I inscribe in my book, How a Beaver Saved My Life. And that inscription is, life is an adventure. Enjoy the ride. Embrace your right yeses. You'll be glad you did. You really will. And, I've been making this invitation to you that are following. Let me know what you're liking, what you're not liking, things that you'd like me to address on this. And, Sam, thank you so much. That book has opened many, many doors. And by the way, for those of you that may not have a book yet, please do one. It is one of the things, I think I could say honestly, it's the thing that has opened more doors for me, both professionally and personally, than anything else that I've ever done. And I'm not a writer. I'm a speaker that has had to become a writer. But, embrace your right yeses. And let me know what it is that you would like me to do here. Share this with people. Let people know that we're going to be meeting here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of every week at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So with that, I will be seeing you guys. Hey, Eric, thanks for joining. It was great being with you on the Experience Pros radio show on Monday. It was a real blast. And people are still talking about it. And I think it's, it was so much fun. Yeah, you're a great person to do the show with, but we did miss Angel. So, the thing is that we're going to be back on Friday at 1 o'clock Mountain. And so I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you then. Thanks. Bye-bye.